report live Kay Whitmore's resignation from Kodak.
We were expecting a major announcement this morning, but nobody was expecting this.
News 10, the first with live reaction from employees.
And frankly, I'm concerned.
News 10, the first on the air live with Whitmore's own statement.
The board believes new leadership is necessary.
News 10, live, local, and up to the minute. We are Rochester's 24-hour news channel.
News 10 closed captioning for the hearing impaired is brought to you by Heritage Jewelers.
This is Rochester's 24-hour news channel. Straight ahead, live on News 10 at 6. Tonight's top story.
I take great pride in having served with you for so many years.
He wasn't at the top for long, and now Kay Whitmore is out. I'm Wendy Wright, live at Kodak headquarters.
And
Kodak's news has many brokers saying one word, buy. I'm Rebecca LeClaire with the analyst's point of view.
plus,
Everybody's sitting on pins and needles right now.
I'm Ray Lovato. Whitmore's firing may not be good news for workers.
now, live, local, and up to the minute. This is News 10.
Good evening. The question tonight is what's next and who's next at Kodak? Our top story, the firing of company chairman Kay Whitmore.
He has been forced out by the board of directors. Whitmore himself made the announcement to employees and shareholders this morning. Wendy Wright has been following this story all day long, and she joins us now live from Kodak office. Wendy.
Well, Janet, it's been quite a day here at Eastman Kodak Company. When employees first got to work this morning, they found out that their leader is being let go. Kay Whitmore has earned a lot of respect from the employees here, and some of them say that they're not quite sure why the changes are being made. But Kodak officials say the changes are necessary for a healthy Kodak.
And while this announcement may trigger some anxiety, remember, Kodak is a successful company.
The announcement that Kay Whitmore is being ousted by the company's board of directors is triggering anxiety. Employees here, like Sally Robson, are left to wonder what the future will bring.
Everybody's sitting on pins and needles right now. A lot of speculation, a lot of concern. Frankly, I'm concerned.
All this comes on the heels of an annual meeting where Whitmore promised changes.
We are a world-class competitor. We expect to return ourselves to be a world-class investment.
But Kodak spokesperson Paul Allen says the board just wasn't seeing the kind of progress it was looking for.
They have reviewed the progress we're making, they have reviewed the steps we propose taking, and they have decided that there is indeed a greater urgency in some areas to move a little quicker.
News of Whitmore's resignation spread very quickly through the company. At 8 o'clock this morning, the news went out through the computer system, and then employees watched a videotape message from Mr. Whitmore to the employees.
The CEO serves at the pleasure of the board. It is the board's right to decide. The board has now decided that new leadership is needed, and they have asked me to step down.
We caught up with a surprised Chamber of Commerce President Tom Mooney as he was leaving Kodak today.
I think we all have to recognize in this community that there is going to be life after Kay Whitmore.
Originally, there had been speculation that today's big announcement was going to involve layoffs, but there are no layoffs that were announced today. The only person being let go is Kay Whitmore. In fact, a big announcement that was planned to happen sometime in September has now been postponed, and that announcement was supposed to be something about restructuring and possibly layoffs. So for now, the search for Kay Whitmore's replacement is underway, and officials at Kodak say that they will be searching outside of the company for his replacement. Kay Whitmore has agreed to stay on with the company during a transition period. So people are going home from Kodak tonight and this week, and many of them are still shocked about today's surprising announcement. I'm Wendy Wright reporting with the News 10 Live Eye at Kodak headquarters on State Street.
Wendy, thank you.
And for those of you who own Kodak stock, word on Wall Street today, buy. Kodak stock saw panic buying, pushing the prices way up. At the end of the day, Kodak closed at 58 3/8, and that is up 3 1/4. Rebecca LeClaire tells us analysts feel this could be just the start on the way to even higher prices.
Even before the market opened, local brokers were conference calling to New York City.
Again, Eastman Kodak moved from a hold to a buy on the news that Kay Whitmore was fired from the chairman position at the company.
And with the word buy, prices soared. Kodak stock opened 3 points higher than the night before. That means overnight, Kodak's assets jumped by $5 billion.
I made $15 today.
Even small-time investors are sharing the wealth.
We're not terribly knowledgeable.
Well, what's your initial gut feeling? You're going to buy or
just hold on?
Joe Perry is kicking himself for not buying last month when he had the option. Are you going to buy?
I would buy the options. I would buy the call options. That sounds like a good deal.
The stock has actually been improving since the nosedive when Kodak's chief financial officer quit earlier this summer.
And here's what it's done over the last week. As it develops and as the restructuring plans come out down the road, I think it will be very positive for the stock.
By firing Kay Whitmore, the board of directors sent a clear message to stockholders and potential buyers. No more wishy-washy performance. They want the stock price up and confidence restored on Wall Street. Already the message reads loud and clear. Rebecca LeClaire, News 10.
And while today's news may be good for investors, others saw their anxiety levels go up a notch.
Ray Lovato says this new road to profits may be a dead end for employees who are now more worried about their jobs.
In Kay Whitmore's own words today, Kodak employees have been holding their breath. Will they have a job when the layoffs do come? And now they're asking, will the new CEO, someone from outside the company with no loyalty to Rochester, make bigger cuts?
Try not to worry about it, because there's too many other things to cherish other than just, knowing that you have a job every day. But we all like to still be gainfully employed.
Something that realistically you have no control over. If the layoff is going to occur and you're a part of that layoff, you're a part of it.
Some supplemental employees say they've already been told they won't have jobs about Whitmore's departure.
I think it'd be good, though. Change. Definite change. Definitely the company needs.
Change, though, is not what the local economy needs.
A big layoff here at Kodak Park and other places around town would not only hurt the big-ticket guys, but the little guys as well.
Probably have to find another corner.
Hot dog vendor Joe Manuel says his customers didn't talk much about today's announcement. Across Lake Avenue from Kodak Park at Rubino's, there also could be fewer people lining up for food.
The cut down the help, naturally he lose business. I got lose some business.
As for a possible successor to Whitmore, former Chief Financial Officer Chris Steffen got a vote from this Kodak retiree.
Because he's a better man and he knows the business, he knows the marketing.
Steffen left the company after only 12 weeks in a dispute with Whitmore over how to cut the payroll. Ray Lovato, News 10.
Whitmore is a company man in the true sense of the word. He's been at the big yellow box for 35 years, working his way to the top. He may be the last of the CEOs to come up through the ranks, though. Jim King looks at Whitmore's big impact over the years.
I take great pride in having served with you for so many years.
In a prepared statement, Kay Whitmore remained gracious after being fired. He spent more than 3 decades with the company, starting at Kodak Park in 1957 as an engineer. Gradually moving up the corporate ladder, Whitmore reached the top in June of 1990. As chairman and chief executive officer, he was actively involved in the community, helping to organize the now defunct Rochester Brain Power, an educational program that brought national attention and then President George Bush to Rochester. Meantime, at Kodak, pressure started to build. At the recent shareholders meeting, a run-in with an investor.
I am an employee of the company, but I am chair of this meeting, Mr. Ragusa, and I expect to abide by that. And if you don't plan to abide by that, then I will ask you to leave.
And a noticeably different and more aggressive tone when responding to questions of Kodak's slow-moving turnaround.
We don't think you got the stomach to make the change because you're stuck in an upstate New York town in which you're the dominant player, and therefore you won't make the right decisions. That's not true. No, we'll make the decisions we have to make.
But in this case, the Kodak board of directors had the last say and took the decision-making power out of Whitmore's hands. Whitmore only gave us a brief glimpse into how he feels about what's happened.
This is no small moment in my life.
So after dedicating much of his life to Kodak, Kay Whitmore is out, and the search is on for a replacement. Jim King, News 10.
And as Wendy mentioned earlier, he'll stay on with the company until that replacement is found.
So to recap our top story, a change at the top for Kodak. Chairman CEO Kay Whitmore forced out by the board of directors. The search is on for a chairman from outside the company. The price of Kodak stock goes up as a result by several points. But for Kodak workers, this means more uncertainty about promised layoffs, which someone from outside the company might deliver sooner than later.
And now you have a chance to voice your opinion about today's move. Here's our News 10 opinion poll. Is the firing of Kay Whitmore good or bad for Kodak? To vote, call 1-900-773-0111 and press 1 for good or press 2 for bad. Each call costs 50 cents, and we'll have the final results at the end of our newscast tonight.
There is more news ahead tonight. Coming up next, we're going to tell you about a local phone employee who was killed at work today.
And later on in sports, a local sprinter scores a big victory at the Empire State Games, but it was a bittersweet victory. We'll tell you how he won the gold but hurt himself in the process. Stay with us.
News 10 is brought to you by Whitmore and Flanagan.
So astonishing, it could be called the ultimate furniture sale. Consumer reaction to this Whitmore and Flanagan spectacular will exceed anything ever witnessed before. Buy anything from this furniture giant and save 32 to 50%. Then Whitmore and Flanagan wouldn't even think of allowing you to pay for it. Not one thin dime in finance charges or monthly payments. Not even a down payment. Astonishing. No interest, no payments, with no down payment for 1 long year. You pay nothing for 12 full months. No question, Whitmore and Flanagan will outsell everybody else right now.
Hazelton Chevrolet Geo is your van conversion headquarters. Top names, low prices, with more in stock than any other dealer. For van conversions, your choice is Hazelton Chevrolet Geo.
Some people just know how to fly.
The people who made Northwest Airlines the on-time leader for 3 years in a row, who made World Perks the highest-rated frequent flyer program, and with global partner KLM are finding new ways to better serve customers in over 300 cities worldwide. The same people who are now employee owners of Northwest. Thank you for your business and proudly welcome you aboard.
Some people just know how to fly.
Party on, Jay!
You make me laugh.
Oh, yeah!
Get up on your feet, America.
Jay, this is you.
There's something coming your way.
Are you married?
Yeah! Everybody's favorite for late night fun. You can hear across the USA.
Actually, he's a chia sideburn.
America is standing up. Standing up for Jay.
Howdy, Jay!
America is standing up.
Stand up.
Standing up for Jay.
The Empire State Games are here in Rochester, and no one's got them covered like News 10 Sports. Each night, Thursday through Sunday at 7:30, join Rich Funky and Rick Hager live for a 30-minute look at the greatest moments and exciting events of the day. The Empire State Games Live, a News 10 Sports exclusive, Thursday through Sunday at 7:30, only on TV 10. You're watching News 10 with Janet Lomax and Gabe Dalmuth.
A Geneva man who worked for New York Telephone was killed on the job today. Police say Gary Lynch was swimming across the canal in Lyons, towing a string, which was going to be part of a pulley for telephone cables. He was somehow overcome and drowned. A Bacchus Street family is homeless tonight because of this fire at an apartment building. Investigators say neighborhood children playing with matches caused the blaze. Fortunately, no one was hurt. If you give a... Go ahead.
If you give a drug user a clean needle, will it encourage drug use or stop the spread of AIDS? The Monroe County Medical Society says stop the spread of AIDS. That's why the society has come out supporting plans to start up a needle exchange program right here in Rochester.
You know, when you look at the data and the facts, which in medicine we try to be scientific, there just is no data to support those that say you're going to increase the amount of IV drug use on the street.
Needle exchange programs are underway in 28 communities across the country. AIDS Rochester needs state approval before it can start one up here.
And now we turn to Keith Eichner. It was getting cloudy earlier as we came in. Is it raining yet anywhere?
No, it's not raining anywhere yet. And in fact, we may even see some brief clearing tonight before finally some showers arrive late tonight. Complete details coming right up.
So astonishing, it could be called the ultimate furniture sale. Consumer reaction to this Whitmore and Flanagan spectacular will exceed anything ever witnessed before. Buy anything from this furniture giant and save 32 to 50%. Then Whitmore and Flanagan wouldn't even think of allowing you to pay for it. Not one thin dime in finance charges or monthly payments. Not even a down payment. Astonishing. No interest, no payments, with no down payment for 1 long year. You pay nothing for 12 full months. No question, Whitmore and Flanagan will outsell everybody else right now.
just because it could probably pull a small house into the next county doesn't mean it doesn't have a sensitive side. The GMC Safari, available at your nearest Greater Rochester area GMC truck dealer.
Who's collecting? McDonald's! NFL kickoff payoff points!
Pull your kickoff payoff tab to find out how many points you've scored.
Touchdown! I got 6 points!
Wish I got 6 points! Get a free sheet of all-star player trading cards for just 10 points.
You got Aikman. Give you Rick. No, I want Sanders.
Or save them for discounts on cool NFL gear.
I want a jersey just like this one.
Start collecting your kickoff payoff points now. What you want is what you get. Play NFL kickoff payoff
At McDonald's today.
On the next Live, Charlton Heston, Bob and Dolores Hope, plus a rare interview with Joanne Woodward.
Monday at 9 on TV 10.
Today, people.
Look who's showing up on Today.
Where is Mrs. Cure?
You sound like you were demented.
Demented.
I'm overwhelmed.
I think I'm in love. Oh, and I see it's in color now, too.
Now, News 10 weather with meteorologist Keith Eichner.
And good evening, everybody. It's been a rather nice day, and even outside now, downtown, we're seeing mostly cloudy skies, but at least it is dry. Currently, at this hour, temperatures now dropped back to 71 degrees. The dew point temperature still comfortable and low, 51 degrees. This there is still dry, 49% humidity. As we look at the barometer, now is falling off, and the wind southeasterly at 8 miles an hour. And, of course, no rainfall reported today. And live Rochester Doppler radar certainly showing that situation with no rain to be found anywhere within its operational range. However, that may not be the story in about another 6 or 7 hours when we begin to finally see some light showers arrive from the west. Weather watchers have checked in tonight, and temperatures are holding pretty much in the lower 70s to upper 60s. Tonight it's Paulette Griepsma over in Sodas Point, where up there a little while ago it was 74 degrees and skies there mostly cloudy. As we look elsewhere across the region, we're seeing that skies are mostly cloudy. 70 degrees over in Leroy, 70 in Perry, 68 degrees in Naples, and 71 degrees currently over in the Webster area. Now across the northeast, notice this. Look at New York City, 63 degrees, one of the cool spots today. The reason why is they're finally getting some badly needed rainfall down there. The rain cooled air, keeping temperatures only in the low 60s there. Boston is 69 degrees. Washington still relatively warm at 87 degrees, but the big story, of course, this afternoon is well south and east of Washington, over in extreme eastern Virginia, where a tornado, a strong one, killed 4 people this afternoon near Petersburg. That storm system now moving out to sea, but nonetheless, we'll be watching out to the west as light area showers near Detroit continues to head on eastward. Now, putting the clouds into motion, two disturbances showing up on the imagery. One disturbance here, another disturbance here. Moving the time lapse, you're going to see how both systems do not merge. They tend to stay as separate systems, and this system became rather strong as it neared the coastline, producing rain and violent showers and thunderstorms, especially across Virginia. This is what we'll be dealing with, though, this northern branch disturbance that'll be moving across Michigan tonight and eventually be arriving here over the next few hours in the form of some high clouds, and then after midnight, some light showers will arrive here after, as we said, after midnight and certainly before dawn in the morning. Now, as we look at the weather map for tonight, we're going to see that disturbance right there. It'll continue to move along in the fast flow aloft, but it's going to take its time getting out of here. We may not begin to see any real clearing here until probably later in the day on Saturday, but Sunday looks like it's going to be a rather nice day coming up. Looking at the guarantee, yesterday at this time, we said that today's high temperature would be 72 degrees. The actual high was 76 degrees. Now, tomorrow, we're looking at a high temperature of only 71 degrees, again, primarily due to cloud cover and some morning showers. Our forecast for tonight, mostly cloudy skies. You're heading out, no problems. Overnight lows will be around 56 degrees. Then we'll see some showers move in after midnight. We'll look for a morning shower, then remaining mostly cloudy in the afternoon with a high of only 71. Extended forecast will show lots of sunshine here on Sunday and warmer up to 78. Monday, sunny and 79. Another chance for showers and thunderstorms as summertime weather returns Tuesday and Wednesday in the 80s by then.
Keith, thank you.
All right.
Well, Rich Funky will have highlights from day 2 at the Empire State Games.
And today was the first day of qualifying at the Watkins Glen. Sports is next.
News 10 is brought to you by Headlock's House of Paints.
This house has been painted with Benjamin Moore exterior paints. Benjamin Moore paints withstand the test of rain. They withstand the test of heat. They withstand the test of snow. And most important of all, Benjamin Moore exterior paints withstand the test of time.
Now get Benjamin Moore's best exterior latex flat house paint for just $12.95 a gallon. You save over $6. Available at Mayor Paint and Hardware and Headlock's House of Paints.
For over 40 years, Hart Taylor Lincoln Mercury Nissan has been doing business in Rochester. We've been successful for several important reasons.
Lincoln Town Car, what a luxury car should be. Now starting at just $28,900 at Hart Taylor Lincoln Mercury. With a $2,000 factory-to-customer rebate, that's a total savings of $6,450. Only $28,900 for the luxury of a Hart Taylor Lincoln Town Car.
See Hart Taylor today for a great deal and a great deal more.
Scaled it, jumped it, skied it, surfed it. Rode it, dove it, flew it, crashed it. Never slammed it. Never guzzled it. You've never done nothing till you do Diet Do. Did it. Dug it. Savored it. Relished it. Hey, man, let's do this again.
In Niagara Falls, Ontario, Marineland is the place to go. An enchanted land with a magic man. Everyone loves Marineland. You can take your family for the day, watching the whales and dolphins play. Seeing friends you miss, a great big kiss. Everyone loves Marineland.
Now, News 10 Sports with Rich Funky.
Good evening. The second day of the first Empire State Games ever to be held in Rochester is beginning to wind down now, and all eyes were on Rochester's top sprinter today, Franklin High's Jermaine Stafford, who is considering a return to his home state of Kentucky. Steve Hausman joins us live now from St. John Fisher with more on Jermaine's race. Steve?
Rich, it is a race he has run countless times. In fact, at the Pan American Junior Championships last month in Canada, he won the race. But today, the 200 meters for the scholastic gold of these Empire State Games, it would be one for the books. Stafford, who won the 3 ESG gold medals last year, was going for his first in these games. And this morning on the final turn, Stafford pulls up, but just for a moment, and watch as he finds it from within to fight off the physical pain of a hamstring injury to avoid the mental pain of defeat.
I took a quick step to the outside, and I felt my hamstring tighten up. So then I started to put out a race, but then I thought I couldn't get beat at home like this, so I just ran on it.
Well, Stafford will decide tomorrow whether he can continue in the games. Here at St. John Fisher, it is volleyball tonight. The good news for Western New York volleyball teams, all 4 teams, both men and women, have advanced to the semifinals, and we are set for Final Four action later tonight. With a live eye at St. John Fisher, Steve Hausman, News 10 Sports.
All right, Steve, and we should update that Jermaine Stafford will also decide after the games whether he will stay in Rochester or move to Kentucky. And now let's take a look at some of the other events that have happened so far on day 2 with Rick Hager and our ESG Minute.
Felicia Zimmerman of Rush has done it again. Felicia won another gold in women's foil this afternoon at RIT. We'll hear from her tonight on ESG Live at 7:30. In track and field, Brockport's Keisha Taylor won a silver medal in the open women's 100 hurdles. Keisha took the silver despite coming off a flu bug and an injured ankle. The shooting events are taking place at the Genesee Conservation League in Penfield, and Rick Buellman of East Bloomfield finished 4th. In wrestling, Steve Swingle of Holcomb in the red won a gold medal in Greco-Roman at 165 pounds. And in scholastic men's basketball, the Western team took on Long Island, and Sutherland's Ryan Blackwell scored 18 points as the West won its second straight game, 99-87. Rick Hager, News 10 Sports. So to recap the medal winners from the Rochester area reported to us so far today,
It is Jermaine Stafford in the 200 meters, Felicia Zimmerman with that gold again in foil, Barb Fishbaugh in the 100 meters Masters division, and Dee Dorn won a gold in the 100 meters and the discus in the Masters division. A silver in long jump for Nikki Prod and for Michelle Breidenbaker in discus and for Keisha Taylor in hurdles, and bronze medals in track for Thomas Peoples, Peter Meyer, and Zilla Higgs. And we hope you'll join us at 7:30 tonight for ESG Live, our half-hour recap of the day's events at the Empire State Games. Qualifying for the Bud at the Glen was held today at Watkins Glen for Sunday's big NASCAR race, and what a day it was for Mark Martin as he broke the track record in his Ford Thunderbird at a little over 119 miles an hour. And there will be more qualifying tomorrow, and we will update that tonight at 11 o'clock as well. The sightseeing is over, and it's time to play football for the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings tomorrow in Berlin. Frank Reich is expected to get the bulk of the playing time, and we'll have that game at 1 o'clock on TV 10 tomorrow afternoon. The Red Wings broke a 5-game losing streak last night by beating Scranton 6-4 and holding on to that 5-game lead in the Eastern Division. Rochester will finish that series with the Red Barons tonight in Scranton. Larry Mize has the lead at the Buick Open on the PGA Tour in Michigan. He fired a 65. He is 11 under par. Jeff Sluman had a 71, and he is 1 under tonight. Ontario's Mike Keel has a one-shot lead. After the first round of the Brooklyn Invitational Amateur Tourney, Monroe's Chuck Calcagni and Ed Puzis of Green Hills are one back. State Amateur and RDGA champion Jeff Peck had a 73. An Indiana State Appeals Court has upheld the rape conviction of former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. Tyson's attorney called it a grave injustice, and he plans another appeal. And the early double at Finger Lakes was 3-7. That paid $18 at the track and $16.80 at off-track betting. That's sports.
All right, Rich, thank you very much.
Well, stay with us when we come back. Results of our News 10 poll on today's announcement from Kodak.
Don't miss the Festa Italiana at the Irondequoit Mall Festival 10 July 3rd.
Good or bad for Kodak? And here's your answer. 54% of you said good. 46% said bad.
We have some showers on tap possibly in the morning. How's that going to affect the games, I wonder?
Well, there probably will be a bit of wetness by the time these events again start tomorrow morning, but at least for tonight we're fine. The rain will hold off until after midnight. The planner for tomorrow will still show a leftover shower at 8 o'clock, 57, rather cool. Noontime cloudy, gray, 63. Late in the day a peak of sunshine and 70.
All right.
So all the indoor volleyball games for tonight are safe as far as
they're safe.
What about our special tonight again? That's
7:30.
That's a terrific program. That's a lot of action.
Well, we're focusing on Western Region athletes and specifically those from Rochester. So.
And we have quite a few, don't we?
We sure do.
7:30. Thanks, Rich.
We thank you for watching.
Have a good evening.
Good night.
So long.
Line at 232-1010 or star 10 on your Rochester Tel mobile phone. Rochester Tel Mobile, providing cellular and paging services in the Rochester area.